What up, Canes fans? Before we get started, just wanted to talk to you guys about the Tank Brewery real quick. The Tank is located in the heart of Miami in Dade County at 5100 Northwest 72nd Avenue. This place is awesome. I've been there. The beer is outstanding. The food is great. Whether you're watching the Canes game, the Heat game there with your buddies, you're having a guys' night out, or you're having a date night with the missus, it's a great place to hang out. So you can order online at thetankbrewingtakeout.com or call them at 786-801-1554 for delivery or pickup. And here's the thing. If you use the promo code TANK4SUP, you will get free delivery on game days. And so that is TANK4SUP, the number 4, not spell it out, but Tank 4S up. So go check out our friends at the Tank Brewing. They've been great to us. So take it away, Jordan.
All right. Also, we want you guys to check out our guy, Stickers by AB. That's at STICKERZ by AB. I've been ordering a bunch of stuff from him. We have a collaboration sticker that has our logo on it. So make sure you're checking him out. Give him a follow on Twitter. He's just a good dude, and he's helping us design our merch. So yeah, man, it's make sure you're supporting the good people that help us out here on Fours Up.
You're listening to the Fours Up podcast with your host, Marsh.
Good afternoon, Canes fans. It is the Fours Up podcast. It is Monday, November 9th. It is a beautiful rainy day here in South Florida. It's your boy Marsh coming to you as always. And as always, I am joined by my wonderful producer and co-host Jordan Nelson. Jordan, the Canes are 6-1. What a game on Friday night. I'm still buzzing.
Yeah, dude. That was, it was a roller coaster, The defense was very frustrating, but I know we're going to talk about De'Aaron King. He played like a Heisman contender, right? Like that's what I was asking for last episode, right?
Yep. 44-41. Canes are down by 10 heading into the fourth quarter, and I'll be honest, I was not hopeful for a comeback.
I was very close to turning the game off.
Honestly. I was so angry. I was so pissed off when we went down by 10, and I was at a watch party at my buddy's house, and obviously these guys are Canes fans, but they're not quite at the level that you and I are, where we're fanatical and just incomprehensible at times with this game, and they just didn't understand why I'm pacing around the room. Yeah. Just fuming, angry, and then the defense gets a stop, thankfully. We got screwed, by the way, on the goal line.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. To my recollection, I haven't rewatched the game yet, but it's 3rd and goal, and we don't get it. And then we hurry up and score on 4th down, but then they go back and review the 3rd down. Is that right?
I honestly, I haven't rewatched either.
Does that sound about right, though?
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, I was just fuming, and then we go for the field goal. Everyone's like, "Oh, what are we doing?" And at the time, I could understand that.
Yeah, that was one of the more difficult games for me to watch this year. Like De'Aaron King and Mike Harley played out of their mind. But our rush game was frustrating. The defense was really frustrating. It just, didn't I say last episode something along the lines of nothing will make me more sick than watching another third string quarterback look like Dan Marino against us. And that happened again.
Dude, also, I am going to I'm going to say this. I think you need to take over the Twitter during every game.
Dude, we lose followers every time.
I think you are so funny, though. I was dying. You posted 5 straight GIFs. And yeah. I was laughing my ass off.
I'm glad you appreciate it. I think most people find me way too negative. But the thing is I post them in the moment, right? And people come back 2 days later and they're like, wow, you're such an idiot. It's like, okay, but in context, like that was right after this happened, right?
Yeah.
Like that was right after Bailey Hawkman eclipsed 300 yards against our defense or whatever. I mean, I don't know if he did or not, but like that deserves a gift like that, right? I don't care if we win or not.
Mm-hmm. It's this team and these fans. I understand that this is not a perfect team. I mean, you saw some of the plays that we gave up, things like that. But these fans, my God, you would have thought that I don't even know, but you would have thought that like the FSU team was rolling out or something. But we are 6-1, and people need to calm the hell down. And with that, I'm getting a text from our first guest saying that he is good. But before that, you want to talk about AB?
Yeah. So our guy AB, as always, I mean, you guys have heard this before. Make sure you're checking out stickers by AB. Make sure you are using the 4s Up discount code. It's the number 4 and then SUP, and that'll get you 15% off of any of his stickers. And also, Marsh, I actually forgot to talk to you about this before we started. But we're gonna do a giveaway combined with stickers by AB. And so we'll be dropping the details on Twitter later. But we're going to be doing a giveaway. And essentially what it is, for a chance to win a bag of stickers from Stickers by AB, you have to follow 4s Up Podcast, Stickers by AB, and then when we drop this edit, you'll have to like, retweet, and tag a friend on the post. So make sure you guys are watching for that. It's a good way to get a goodie bag full of really great stickers for free. All you have to do is be a Canes fan and support Canes family, right?
Yeah, for free.
Yeah, free 99.
Free 99. Okay, with that, what do you say we give our first guest a call?
What Adam Sandler movie is that? Is that Bedtime Stories for free?
I've never seen Bedtime Stories.
Oh.
My friends just quote it all the time.
I think it's Bedtime Stories, which is a good movie, by the way. It's a kids movie, but it's a good Sandler flick.
Okay. Before we call Brad, let me just tell you this or ask you this: is it too early to start watching Christmas movies?
No.
Thank God. No. Okay, I'm so glad you're in the same boat as me because I watched the Jim Carrey Grinch on Saturday night instead of the Notre Dame Clemson game. And, it just made me so happy. It made me so.
It is 30 degrees and there's 6 inches of snow outside here in Utah, so I'm going to do whatever I want that's Christmas related.
I'm going to do whatever I want regardless. I'm going to do what I want.
Good for you. All right, I'm going to call him Brad.
All right. What's going on, Brad? It's been a while.
I know, man. It's been a minute. How you boys doing?
Man, it's been a crazy day on the TL, but we're 6-1. How'd you like that big win on Friday night?
Man, with 2020 being a weird year, you got to take them how you can, man. I think before the game, I wasn't too confident that it was going to be a blowout or Miami was going to finally have that A game that we all been waiting for on both sides of the ball. I knew this was going to be a dogfight. I either thought it was going to be a low-scoring game or a very high-scoring game. But at the end of the day, man, we all hyped up Rhett Lashley. We all hyped up De'Aaron King before the season started for that game that happened against NC State.
100%. I think that was the biggest takeaway from me. Like that, not just like De'Aaron King, but also the wide receivers. That is the game why we were so excited for Rhett Lashley and everything like that. We saw glimpses of it in the Louisville game and the FSU game, but it really does feel like Saturday is when we saw, the offense finally really start to click when it came to the passing game. If you just look down the wide receiver stats, because I want to read these off because they're pretty freaking, they're pretty amazing. Mike Harley, 8 catches, 150 yards. Wiggins, 7 catches, 77 yards for 1 touchdown. Mark Pope, Pope had a big game, 6 catches, 97 yards and a touchdown, and Will Mallory had 6 catches, 78 yards for 1 touchdown as well. So, Brad, talk a little bit about the wide receivers. What did you like from them on Friday night?
Man, those stats you just said right there. I think, I mean, we when we got Derek King and when we got Rhett Lashley, we kind of like put all these guys that we knew had the talent from South Florida, and especially with a guy like D. Wiggins, he was starting to become like that next wide receiver after KJ Osborne last year. So we wanted him to make that next step and kind of fill in and be like that number 1 wide receiver. I think a lot of us were pretty high on a kid like Jeremiah Payton too. It's a little unfortunate that we still haven't seen him, but the problem that comes into me is we have talent at wide receiver, obviously, but we have too many slot guys, and in situations like that, you have to make sure that these guys are always open in space. You have to put them in the right position in order to succeed. And I think we're starting to see that groove with Mike Harley. I think a lot of these kids, man, they just need confidence, especially with us fans, man. We're so tough on these kids, especially on the timeline, like every other week when someone drops a pass or whatnot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do it as well, but you got to give credit when credit's due. And those 3 guys, man, we knew it could happen. It was a matter of seeing it. And now that we finally saw it, now we just need to be consistent at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. I mean, that's kind of what we've been asking for, is for somebody to step up. And, now that we've seen it, can't do anything else but be happy for it, right? Mike Harley is put together. I mean, I don't know when the last time we've had a guy go for over 300 yards in 2 consecutive games combined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Mark Pope is, I mean, I still wouldn't say that he's been a model of consistency, but he's certainly played a lot better in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would you agree that because Manny, talked about this a lot actually today. He talked a lot about the wide receivers. Brad, would you say, this is kind of what you expected from Mark Pope because I think we all expected Pope to be doing this all season. But would you say Pope is finally starting to get it, you think?
See, that's a tough one. I was about to say that's probably how I would feel about Mike Harley right now, but Mike Harley's a senior. He was supposed to have already get it. You know what I mean? So what we're seeing from Mike Harley the past 2 games is what I expected from Mark Pope already. I don't know if I would say Mark Pope is there yet, but with a kid like Mark Pope, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, and the word confidence. That is one kid in particular where he just needs confidence, man. He plays a lot different when everybody's not bashing him, when he's not having to worry about all these different things. Mark Pope was one of those kids that coming into the program where he wasn't the most intelligent guy, but we knew he had the talent. And part of his problem getting on the field early was not learning the plays, right? And now, I mean, going from Mark Richt to Dan Enos to now Rhett Lashley, I mean, that's a lot of different play calls, a lot of different plays you got to remember for a young college kid. That, not to mention, you got to remember your schoolwork too, right?
Yeah.
So I think it just took him a little bit more time than others, but he is slowly starting to get it. I'm honestly more anxious to see what's going to happen if he continues, and what these younger guys that we haven't seen yet, what kind of fire that's going to put under a guy like Mark Pope.
Yeah. So I was speaking to someone recently, who's very intelligent about college football. And one of the things that they said, it wasn't specifically concerning our wide receivers or Mark Pope, but kind of just the South Florida high school scene in general, is that there's a lot of kids that get crowned in high school as like the next big thing, right? And that means that they get, like, there's a lot of entitlement that goes along with that. In that, they're the coolest guy in high school because they're really talented at playing football, but then they get to the next level and they've never really had to grind, to cut their teeth, to put in that effort, to face adversity.
And really what this